What's up, guys? Wanted to talk real quick about motivation versus discipline versus habits. And I feel like habits is a cheat code for having discipline. And I've always, because I bodybuild as a teenager, then I went from that right into fighting. So I've always eaten pretty well. Of course, I had cheat meals. I'd have sweets, cookies, whatever, here and there, or in and out here and there. But for the most part, I ate clean all the time, and it just became a habit. But then there were, when I got sick, there was questions about, what I was eating. And I would I'm really eating clean. I eat clean all the time, and randomly, and I would tell the people randomly, I, eat a friggin' Reese's, or something like that. You guys know that Reese's is my thing. Haven't had one in a year. So when all of that went down, it was, I relate things, in order to create habits, I relate them to things. So I related eating shitty to death, right? So I haven't had a cheat meal in a year. Literally haven't had a cheat meal in a year. And it hasn't fazed me at all. Haven't even cared about it. It became a habit. And now, I grill my food. I eat, I do what I do, but I've eaten clean now for an entire year, a little over a year. Think about, you wake up and you hear all the motivational guys. Doesn't matter how motivated you are unless you're disciplined. You always have days when you're not motivated. And that's true. You definitely have days when you're not motivated. You definitely have, you seek out other people or things for motivation. But discipline is something that you have to work hard for. You have to work to become disciplined. And I think, for those of you who aren't disciplined, for those of you who struggle to have discipline, create a fucking habit. Think about it. How do you get out of bed in the morning? How do you put your shoes on in the morning? How do you take a shower? How do you get in and out of your car? How do you use jiu-jitsu, for an example? If you're a guillotine guy, how do you set up your guillotine? And it becomes a habit, right? And it becomes second nature. It becomes easy. You don't have to think about it. It just happens. And that's what, for me, has made me so disciplined over the last, 28 years of training, 29 years of training, is habits. And some good, some bad. I got myself into trouble many times for bad habits. But if you can create a habit of doing something, it becomes way less work. It becomes way less, where you gotta be like, oh, I gotta do that again. You just do it. And you don't think about it. And you can say it's discipline, but really it's a fucking habit. Like, how do you, you have a habit of drinking Coke, create a habit of not drinking Coke. And then it just becomes easy. And whatever it is that you do or don't do, create a habit of doing the right thing, doing the good thing, and create a habit of not doing the other thing. And I've gotten pretty obsessed, over time with certain things, of being habitual about it. But for the most part, once you set your mind that you want to do something, if you can just create a habit and do it straight for a little bit, and do it the exact same when you switch and start doing it, just because that will be what creates the habit. If you I'm trying to think of a good example, but anything that you do repeatedly, is going to be a habit. And eating shitty food and getting fat, that was a habit. Driving fast, that's a habit. I've legit tried to slow down, but I'll look down and I'm speeding, and that's just a habit. My mouth, cussing, try to stop, it's a habit. I need to create a habit of not doing that, of reminding myself not to do that. There's certain things that I think about at the exact same time when I take a shower every single day, and that brings to me a clear mind. I created a habit of as soon as I'm reaching for my shampoo, I'm thinking about the same thing every single day. And it was easy to do, and I think right then, what do I got to get done right now? And so these things, it just becomes so much easier. And instead of thinking about it as discipline, I've got to be disciplined. I'm not motivated today. They said I got to be disciplined. Bro, fuck discipline. Just create a good habit. Create a good habit of doing something that, is hard for you to do right now. Something that you don't want to do. Something that's difficult to do. But if you create a habit, it'll be that much easier. If you think about it, just think about the dumb things you do by habit. No matter whether it's you use your left hand to do this and your right hand to do that, or you I don't know, facial expressions, just things you do out of habit. And if you can do that, I promise this year will be a lot easier for you, and you won't have to, January 15th, be done with your New Year's resolution. You won't have to be done going to the gym. You won't have to be done eating clean. Just create a habit related to something, right? I'm eating clean because I don't want to die, right? So I'm doing cardio in the morning. I'm sitting in the sauna. I'm doing things because I want to live, right? So those are easy habits. I want to have the fucking nastiest Kimura on the left side ever. And so what I did, I attacked the Kimura on the left side forever, right? Then in 3 Worlds and Pans and other tournaments, I won 19 matches from my home base position because it was that easy, dude. I was grabbing black belts' arms like there were blue belts in my gym. And it's because I created a freaking habit of attacking it the same way every single time. And if they had a counter, I had I create a habit of instantly changing to make them think it was something else and get right back to the same thing again, because my habit was better than theirs, right? They worked on defending my Kimura. Defend it. But it didn't matter because I mastered doing it a certain way. And that's all I can say. Just work your ass off on creating habits. Like, that was actually an oxymoron. You don't have to work your ass off. Just create habits. Just start doing something and start doing it the same every day and watch how easy it becomes. Peace.